On a recent trip to Boise, I decided on the way home to stop by Farewell Bend and put the drone up so I could peek around the corner and actually look around the bend. So enough with the talk. Let's put this bird in the air. Okay, so we'll start with our safety, bypass on normal, and we've got our optimal return to home. We're going to set the elevation at about 150 feet. That should clear just about anything we have out there on the river. And then we'll move down here and check our battery. Looks like we got good battery power, so we're ready to launch. Okay, we're going to lift off here and take her up about 10 feet so we can get our return to home set up nice. And then we're going to move out onto the river. I kind of like flying out here a little on the low side for a little bit. Just gives you a nice little, I don't know, glide across the river. It looks like we have a duck down there. River's down a little bit for being in the spring here. They may have the dam holding back some water up above. Little history on this. I've went back and forth from Boise several times, and as you're traveling down Highway 84, just before you get to Baker, the Snake River turns away from the freeway and heads into the canyon, and it comes out of that canyon down by Lewiston, Idaho. So it's quite a trek through that canyon. A lot of it is only accessible by a riverboat, jet boats that go up and down. And if you could ever take that trip up the Snake from Lewiston up to the dam, it's a really a good trip. It's a fun day out on the water. So just kind of cruising along here. I noticed that out in the distance I can see those balls out there on the power lines, so I want to kind of be wary of those. Kind of play with my zoom here a little bit. Zoom in. Yeah, you can see them out there. So we'll continue on. We're just about 3/4 of a mile now away from our takeoff spot. And I could always look as we went by on the highway and see it disappear here. But I always thought, hey, what does it look like on the other side there? So this is kind of cool. Be a first time for me anyway. You can see that there's some trails here alongside. Looks like a walking trail, and then probably a trail to access all the power lines over here that they have going across the river. There is a train track on the other side. We can see. I want to move out here on the river a little bit more. Just kind of get out more toward the center. Bring our elevation up a little bit. I want to get above those power lines. I don't know if I'll go much past those power lines. Right now we're just a little over a mile. And looks like peeking around the corner here. Kind of move off to the side here just a little bit more, so we can kind of maybe get a little sideways on here. Move a little, rotate a little bit. Oh, you can see now why they call it the snake. It looks pretty snaky right there. And kind of glide over here, maybe get a little bit better look at it. And I'd go down through there, but I'm afraid I'd probably That might be stretching a little bit with the contact, but that gives you a pretty good view of the snake down there and how it winds through that canyon. So, we'll spin back around and head back. I'll kind of keep the elevation up here about the same, so we can kind of look out a little more. Couldn't have picked a better day. The water's just nice and calm. The only thing that bothers me here, we got a lot of ducks back over here in this slack water. If they ever decide to get up and start moving this way, I think a duck could take this little Mini 4 Pro out. Yeah, so looks like we got an RV park, which I didn't notice before, off to the right there. It's kind of a cool little park. Where we took off is a boat launch, but there's a nice picnic area back into those trees there with some hiking paths and some picnic tables back in there that you can get right out and have a picnic lunch right there along the river. And then off to the right, they've got a really nice RV park there. It looks like it's well kept. And then as we come up on this boat launch here, you can see it's a pretty good sized boat launch that they have here. And if you look out into the distance, you can see I-84 out there. That's the freeway that takes you from, basically, I think it ends in Salt Lake City. Goes from Salt Lake to Portland, Oregon. We run back and forth on it to Boise occasionally. I happened to go to Eagle this morning to pick up another drone that I bought on Facebook Marketplace. So got to fly this little Mini 4 Pro here, which I just really enjoy. I can't believe the picture that you get out of this little drone. And you can see the boat launch here coming up. I kind of want to turn down here and look up the river here a little bit more. You follow this river quite a bit. If you go up to Idaho Falls, you really pick it up about Idaho Falls, and then it's right alongside you most of the way to Boise, one side or the other. And here we are, our boat launch. I'm kind of hiding back underneath there in the shadows there so I can see the screen.
6:58 p.m.
So here we go. See if we can set her down right there on the end of that pier where we took off. I'm going to hit return to home. She should just go up and then come straight down. Pretty much have the park to ourselves here. And she's centering right in there. See the little shadow moving across. And there we are. We're setting down. Well, I hope you enjoyed a peek here from Farewell Bend and a peek of the Snake River there, this section. Kind of a cool section there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.